Hello, and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with me, Roguish MC. It's been a bit since my last episode. Work and other obligations have conspired to give me very little recording time, sadly, but we're going to try to make up for it. I have two main projects today, the one I'm standing on, and one other. What could it be? You'll have to watch to find out. So, what do I mean by the one I'm standing on? Well, simply put, today's first project is resource gathering. Gotta get a variety of building supplies so we can begin work on the Guardian Town, which, by the way, I made walls for between episodes. You can't see it from here, but we'll check it out later. I would have recorded it, but you've seen enough time lapses of me going around in big circles for the time being. Now, I've mostly been working with jungle wood, and that's been on purpose. I wanted to build this base basically out of jungle wood and maybe a couple other things. But I think the Guardian Village needs to be different, something a bit more bold. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do modern design. I'm still very much a novice when it comes to building houses and whatnot. Not the best at design. But design to the side, I do think that dark oak will be a really good option for our base wood color. And then we'll use things like concrete and terracotta to mix things up a little bit. And then of course there's spruce, which is just really good for general use, because these giant spruce trees make an awful lot of wood. As you can see, that one tree got us, what is that, 108 logs? That's pretty good, I'd say. I think that's a good goal to shoot for. Time to chop. Well, that went surprisingly well. Took a while, but hey, got there in the end. We now have half a double chest of dark oak wood, so yeah. Also a nice grove of dark wood trees. So, I think our next thing on the list is going to involve a bit of an adventure. We're going to need clay for terracotta, probably some various stone, building supplies. So with that, it's time to go off on an adventure. That was lame. Alright. So yeah, we have a whole bunch here. We better take Flinty and the Smooth Scoop with us. I don't think we really need anything else out of here. Should probably repair these. Well, I can't repair that right now. Either way. Alright, so I think we're going to go off in that direction. Because if you'll recall, in the first ever episode, we came across a ravine that I said would be worth looking into later. So we're going to go look into that. Alright, here we are at the ravine that we found in episode 1. First things first, we need a way down. I'm gonna do it. Oh, pfft. That went well. I'm actually not sure how that happened. Anyway, that's what I wanted to do. Alright, so we have our water vader. Let's see what we can find down here. Well, we have a welcome wagon. Man, I should have come down here in episode 1. This is expansive. All right. Let's get some resources. Alright, well that was a, I guess, fairly short caving trip. Lasted about 1 day cycle. But we did alright for ourselves. Got 2 stacks each of andesite, diorite, and granite, because you never know. I suppose I can stack those back up. Almost 3 stacks of iron, a stack and a half of coal, a stack and a half of copper, and I did skip some of that because I knew I was running out of room. I don't know why this is in my inventory, but we also got 40 redstone dust. Didn't see any diamonds, but that's alright. Pick up our bed. Okay, next stop, we need sand. Now there's a bunch there, but I'd really rather not get it out of a river. So we're gonna have to find somewhere with sand. Which means as much as I didn't want to, we're gonna have to travel a little bit. Because we're gonna either need a fairly decently sized beach biome or a desert. Of course, our first stop will be going back to the base so we can put this stuff away. And I'm probably gonna have to pit stop. No. I'll just have to use this shovel since it has mending on it. Anyway, back to the base. Gotta get this stuff dropped off, and then we can go find ourselves some sand. Alright. Stuff put away. Oh, yeah, I didn't get a chance to show you that yet. We'll get a bit closer, but first, I've decided we're going to follow the coast that way. I know off that way is a bunch more jungle and a bit of plains, because I needed bees. But we're going to follow the coast this way instead, and see if there's anything to find. Why do I have raw cod? Well, I don't anymore. Anyway, first things first, let's take a look at what we've done out here. It's pretty obvious that some changes have been made, but a closer look is always nice. So, as you can see, I've made a pretty tall wall around it. You might not be able to tell from here, but maybe you can. That's glass with water on the inside. I thought that was a pretty cool look. As for the top, that hasn't changed much. Except it has, just a little bit. So, these wireframes are pretty much as much planning as I could put in for buildings that I'll want to build, and then I'm thinking this will just kind of be a villager sanctuary. This is where I'm gonna have my spawn chunks trading hall, I suppose. I haven't decided if I'm gonna move those villagers in here or get brand new ones, but that'll be for a decision for after these are built. These are full glass on the outside, except for that and that, which is how one day when we have an elytra, we'll be able to just kind of fly in. And I did it that way because, and I haven't made a 100% decision on this yet, but I may do some like partial dome or full ceiling of some nature, but that's a decision for later. As for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and leave these guardians to it, and it's time to follow that old coast. We'll go ahead and cut straight off to that bend there and see what we can find. We're gonna stop here real quick and climb up and see what there is to see, and probably, you know, get some rest while we're at it because the sun is setting. Okay, looks like if we're gonna truly follow the coast, we're gonna have to go through here. I should have brought a map. Oh well. And then go off in that direction. Can I just say, by the way, that is an absolutely massive jungle, and then it turns directly into a forest. That's a lot of wood. Alright. Well, we have another minute or two before the sun finishes setting, so let's get back to it. I'm not sure where I put my boat. Where's my boat? Oh no. If I've fallen prey to a boat bug, I may have. Yeah, my boat is definitely gone. Oh no. Well, there's a tree over there. I guess we're gonna have to go make a new boat. There we go. Now let's see if this boat disappears. Actually, we should probably test that. Okay. Let's go just a little ways. Oh, there. Well, but it came back this time. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with this. It's a pretty recent bug. I don't remember what the bug tracker is on it, but I'm fairly certain that Mojang is aware of it, or at least the mods are. This is one of the best formed underwater ruins I've ever come across. That's cool. Neato. Anyway, back to the boat. No sign of a desert, but this is a pretty beachy beach. So, time to gather some sand. And there we have it. Pretty much an inventory full of sand. I'm feeling a bit grainy. So, bad jokes aside, I'm gonna pop this down here. Chomp on some beef. And we're gonna get this last stack. And then make our way back. Ah, home sweet home. Okay, so we went after sand, we got sand, we discovered that the boat glitch is definitely happening in my current world. Fun stuff. What do we need all this sand for? Well, I mean, there's always the glass application. But I'm thinking there may be reason to make concrete. Now, while I've set up the wireframes out there, I haven't really decided on any designs for the houses. This is a, important part, but what it comes down to is we're just gonna have to probably wing it. But I'm okay with that. In the meantime, I'm gonna put some of this away, preferably in here with my gravel. I think we have enough to get started at least. I can't be sure that it's enough. In fact, I don't think it's enough for everything. But we can make some progress. Okay, so what do we have? First off, we have some deep slate, just in case. Don't know, it might be useful. We have a whole bunch of sea lanterns, though most of them are still in the Guardian Farm storage system. A few stacks of tinted glass for windows. Whole bunch of different kinds of prismarine. About 18 stacks of dark oak logs. In fact, exactly 18 stacks. And some various stone. The tuff here is going to be used to make paths eventually, but yeah. So we have materials and options, and I think we're going to start off over here with the smallest of the buildings. But there is 4 of them. Now, they're all going to be carbon copies. Like, I'm not going to be too creative with these. Honestly, building houses other than basic houses isn't really my strong suit, but we'll see how this turns out. Now, I have these wireframes set up 2 blocks apart, but I think I might move the end ones out 1 more, just so the roofs aren't connecting. But let's grab some supplies and start building. Now for these 4, and we'll probably have, oh, excuse me, sir. We're probably going to have a similar palette for all of these. But I'm thinking dark oak frames. These were 5 high. And then prismarine brick for the walls. The dark prismarine for the roof. And prismarine for the ceiling. You might be sensing a theme here. Well, that's because there is. Whoops. Messed that up. Right? So like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a sea lantern there. That'll light up the interior and should light up the roof as well. Now, as far as the roof goes, we're just going to do a pretty basic roof using dark prismarine. Going around it like that and then covering it. Let's get these in. I think we'll leave gaps for windows in the front. And then 2 high windows on the other walls. Throw our tinted glass in for the windows. We'll put a dark oak floor and door. Strip these logs. I'm probably going to lose most of the moss here, but that's okay. It used to be dirt anyway. There we go. One little single person dwelling. It'll probably end up being 2 villagers that live in there, but I'm okay with that. So now we copy this 3 times and then see how it looks. Okay, so I actually think that looks pretty good. I put in this bit of pathway here in between them, shutters on the side windows. Yeah, they look pretty cozy. I think I like that. Maybe looking a little flat, like we might need some extra details here and there, but it's something to start with. Now we need to start on this split level over here. And I think the main idea is going to remain the same, except this part here, which is why I grabbed some granite and andesite. So we're going to take these and just immediately pop these down in a pattern, I think. There we go. Need to put some stairs in here, but that can wait. Alright, now that we have that platform made, we can do the walls real quick. Okay, we're gonna have to do a bit more of a traditional roof line on this one. So we'll start with the, whoop, nope, didn't mean to do that. Alright, we try again. There we go. Or do we do a, well, I wonder if that one should be a full block. It just kind of steps up there. Like that. Perhaps. Like those ones, and have the more traditional roof be on the other one. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Okay. Actually, I think this looks pretty nice. From the outside, at least. Let's go pick up this spare stair here and pop inside. It's a little short, but cozy. Alright, so that's this one done. Now we need to figure out what we're going to do for the bigger buildings. I think this one's going to be a little different. Let's see. I think this will be one of the job buildings where they get to come and be linked to their job blocks. I think we'll probably make this one the other job building. Yeah. I'm thinking for this one, we'll do things a little differently. We'll use deep slate bricks for the walls. Maybe use dark prismarine for the supports. That's gonna be a pretty dark themed build, but I think it'll work out. We won't know until we have it taken down and put back up, I suppose. Alright, let's take a look. This would be so much easier if I had an elytra. Oh well. Altogether, I like it. Now I have to go and get the final couple of pieces that I don't have with me. And there we have it. I ran one short on those, but you can't tell that from the outside. And inside here, this looks pretty cool. I think adding the trapdoors really makes a difference here. Now, the lighting situation could be better, but we'll worry about that later. I didn't think windows on the back would really make any difference since it would just look at a wall. That's why I went with the warped stem, because it's got that kind of greenish look to it and a bit of a animated glow. We might remove this set of 3 at some point, but for now I like how this looks. So next is this building. And since it's a work building like that one, we're going to do basically the same palette. Deep slate brick walls, dark prismarine supports, and prismarine roof. So, that's the thought anyway. I'm going to have to do another interesting roof, which I suppose isn't a bad thing. It means I have to learn new things. First things first. Gotta take it down. I'm wondering if those slabs maybe should be full blocks. I'll come back to that thought. So, we need some more warped wood so we can trapdoor these and put in doors. But, besides this questionable part here, I like it. I think it turned out pretty good. Now, to be clear, I could use stairs and just kind of wrap this whole thing. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do that real quick and just see how we feel about it. There's a chance that it won't turn out very well, but all we lose is a little bit of time. So, we do that, right? Yep. Oh, that's right. Okay. Maybe we can't. Because if we do that... Oh, it does link up. Okay, cool. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Alright, so a lot got done this episode, but we are running out of time, even for these long form episodes that I've been making. So I'm going to be building that and that off camera, and we'll come back and we'll see what it all looks like together. See you in a bit. And we're pretty much done. So let's walk through here a bit. First off, we have our housing row here. Not much has changed with that, except for I added some soul lanterns. I actually added soul lanterns all over the place. House number 2, the split level, so to speak. Work housing number 1. We've gotten that trapdoor in place. The first of the big buildings, this is the bigger of the two. I did a winding staircase inside. I'm thinking I'm gonna want to put some rails on here, but I'm not sure if that's gonna actually be necessary, because even if villagers fall off, they can't hurt themselves. Except for maybe on that one. So maybe some guardrails along there up the top. Anyway. We have this building here. Mostly complete. Still needs a few details on the outside just to make it look a bit better. This little hut is a new entrance. Got a bubble vader down there. And villagers won't be allowed to use it. There's the second building. Actually, I think this one ended up larger than the other one simply because of the giant deck that I put in. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. Villagers will go around, come up, and this is the second story. It's nice. And also, there is a downward bubble vader over there, but I haven't finished the building for that. So there we have it. I still have to do the central building to enclose the Guardian farm and a little bit of decorating, but this is pretty much done. And so with that, that's going to be it for this episode of Bedrock Survival. Our next episode will be in 118, so it's going to be a week or two before I start recording again. But at this point, you guys should be used to it. It's peak season for my work, so I'm going to be working long hours, and I'm not going to have a lot of time for recording. But I will do my best, especially with a new update coming out. We definitely want to be in the world, doing some stuff, and checking out the new content. But with all that said, we've had a lovely time, and I look forward to the next time we play together. Have a great day, y'all.